I did notice my sister's hanging out with us. She said, what a bozo that guy is. I it didn't even make sense. And it was so bad. It was such a bad take that I really thought, well, maybe he's joking, but he never, I thought maybe he was just saying it in jest, but he didn't back it down. He didn't walk it down. I don't know. I hope he was joking. Kyle says, bozo. Yeah, right. Jason says, Brock is saying that about Clemson because his alma mater got humiliated by FCS Montana. Yeah, the Grizzlies, right? Beat Washington, beat the Huskies over the weekend. I mean, what's the word what's the word when like exaggerated? Maybe he was just like, I thought maybe he's just trying to have a moment, whatever you want to call it, but he never in the top. I probably got to listen to another 2, 3, 4 minutes. I mean, the thing was he ended up switching it up and saying, well, we got to give you all the rundown of the rankings. But while I was listening, he didn't fix it. And I thought, man, when I get inside and get to talk about this today, humiliated. 803-450-0086. Now, if you are a subscriber to our website, thank you. If you are not, we'd love to have you support us. Just $63.17 to be a part of what we do. And again, it helps us not only pay our support staff, but keeps the lights on. So help us keep the light on and consider supporting us. Embellished, maybe the other word. Yeah, maybe, but he never didn't sound like an embellishment to me. But again, going back to the website, would love to have your support. If you like this show, that's another way you can support us. And again, just continuing to get better and better, and looking forward to getting our guy Trey Stewart back, doing some writing. Tremendously skilled writer. Yesterday, however, Tony Elliott met with members of the media to talk about preparation for Clemson's matchup with SC State and having a chance to recap what went down against Georgia over the weekend. And, it's amazing because I know that fans want to win. As a fan that you want to win, but it's incredible to me when you think about the success. And I think this is the hard part for me. When you think about the success that Clemson has had under Tony Elliott, how quickly, maybe it's how fickle fans can be, and they just immediately want to fire the guy. Now, are there arguments to be made that the offense feels a lot different without Jeff Scott there, who was on the sidelines? Sure, we can make that argument. But even prior to Jeff Scott leaving, I always felt like it was more Tony Elliott's offense anyway. And I still would contend that fact. But Elliott was asked about sort of the way that fans had been treating DJ Uiagalelei on social media, etc. Like I said, multiple people writing me saying, do we not have a backup? What's wrong with DJ? And again, this is a young man who stood in the fire of the face of the media after the game, met with the media yesterday as well. But here's what Tony Elliott had to say about that situation for his starting quarterback.
The most growth comes when? After an adverse moment. And so this is going to be a great learning opportunity for our staff and for our offensive staff and for our players. And I anticipate nothing but what these guys have always done is respond the right way. And so DJ, we all know his character. He had a bad night. It's tough because we get embarrassed on national TV. I know I've already got the Twitter fingers sending me hate mail, telling me that I suck and, I need to be fired. I need to go back to Michelin and, things of that nature. And, it hurts. And it hurts for a couple of reasons, right? It hurts because I know how much work this offensive staff and these players have put in. I know how committed they are to this program, right? And nobody wants to go out, on national TV and not play their best, right? So that's where it hurts. And then I know the fans are passionate. Right. I understand, how passionate our fans are and what the expectation is here. And so then it hurts. I hurt for them because they're upset. right, that we didn't perform well, because I know what it means to them. So yes, there's a feeling of hurt, but we can't wallow in our pity, right? We got to change our perspective, and we got to draw on, what only thing we can is how do we respond? And these guys are going to respond, and I'm excited to see the growth that's going to take place. You got a football team that cares.
Tony Elliott there talking about this Clemson Tiger team. And I think it's important to note, this is the thing with Tony Elliott. Let's not forget that he is a guy that played football at Clemson. He's a Clemson graduate who also spends whatever hours of his life coaching. And is he heavily compensated? Yep. You make more than you? Probably. I mean, I don't know what you do, but I got a feeling that he's making more than probably everybody listening to this show. And so, for that reason, I think the financial side of it is the reason it can be easy to go, blah, 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 we need to fire this guy. He is a Clemson graduate. He is a former Clemson player. You think he doesn't want to win all the hours that he puts in? Again, just the want to is not a reason to keep somebody around. But look at his track record. I mean, look how good they've been. You cannot win them all. The last time Clemson's offense looked that bad, in my opinion, was the final game of the 2017 season. Kelly Bryant and your Clemson Tigers against Alabama in the Sugar Bowl, 24-6. The offense felt stagnant. The offense felt anemic, couldn't run the ball that well. And to me, the fact that you got to go back that far, much like that's how far back you had to go the last time Clemson was outside the top 4 in the polls, says, you know what? Yeah, okay. You didn't have your best offensive game. You started off with one of the toughest teams in the country in the opener. Guess what? Georgia didn't have a great offensive game either. 2 great teams. 2 great teams. I think maybe 2 of the top 3, 4 teams in the country. Currently, the world thinks 2 of the top 6 teams in the country. Stay with us for more of the show that shakes the Southland. By popular demand, Great Southern Homes now lists their coming soon